Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief Show. I am your host, Jenny. Today, we've got some exciting stories to share. First up, a viral video showing what looks like a yellow sports car gliding across Victoria Harbour has everyone talking. Is it a boat or a legal pleasure craft? Well, it turns out there are two such vessels licensed to operate, and as long as they meet safety standards, they're good to go. Many viewers are admiring its stylish look, and it's fascinating to see such creative watercraft cruising Hong Kong waters. Next, did you know that Hong Kong has surpassed the US as the top IPO venue for Chinese companies in 2025? That's right. So far this year, 46 Chinese firms have listed in Hong Kong, raising over 118 billion Hong Kong dollars, while US listings are lagging behind with just 16 companies. This shift is mainly due to ongoing US-China tensions, stricter regulations, and delisting fears. Hong Kong's market reforms, faster review processes, and attractive debut gains are making it the preferred choice for Chinese tech giants and startups alike. Lastly, a nostalgic note for food lovers. Hong Kong's traditional dim sum carts, like those at Hoi Lin Restaurant, are fading away due to rising costs and digital ordering. But some restaurants are fighting to keep this cultural gem alive, offering a unique experience with sight, aroma, and personal touch. These carts symbolize more than just food, they're a piece of Hong Kong's cultural heritage, and many cherish the warmth and tradition they bring to the dining table. Please continue to watch for more detailed stories. South China Morning Post vividly captures the nostalgic charm and cultural significance of Hong Kong's traditional dim sum tea houses, focusing on Hoi Lin Restaurant's enduring use of bamboo trolley carts. These carts, a hallmark of Hong Kong's culinary history, allow diners to experience a sensory feast, seeing, smelling, and selecting freshly steamed dim sum directly from the trolley, creating an intimate and lively dining atmosphere. Despite the rising trend of QR code ordering and cost-cutting measures that threaten this cherished tradition, Hoi Lin Restaurant remains committed to authentic in-house dim sum preparation, employing skilled chefs who craft each item with meticulous attention to weather and humidity, ensuring the preservation of flavors and textures that have delighted generations. However, with aging chefs retiring and fewer young workers entering the industry, there is genuine concern about the gradual fading of this cultural practice, which not only offers gastronomic delight but also acts as a nostalgic bridge connecting Hong Kongers to their past. South China Morning Post also details the seismic shifts in Hong Kong's financial landscape, highlighting how the city has overtaken New York as the preferred IPO venue for Chinese companies in 2025. The story paints a picture of a dynamic market where Chinese firms, seeking refuge from U.S. regulatory hurdles and geopolitical tensions, flock to Hong Kong to list their shares. The city's market has become a bustling hub, with Chinese tech giants like Alibaba and BAT companies raising billions in secondary listings, and innovative biotech firms leveraging Hong Kong's expanded regulatory framework to go public with record-breaking IPOs. This surge is fueled by Hong Kong's strategic reforms, such as faster approval processes for large mainland firms and a broader acceptance of tech and biotech startups, positioning it as a resilient and attractive alternative to the increasingly restrictive U.S. markets. The narrative underscores the broader geopolitical rivalry, trade tensions, and regulatory uncertainties that have driven Chinese companies to favor Hong Kong's more accommodating and stable environment, transforming it into a vibrant financial nexus and symbol of resilience amid global political headwinds. The articles paint a vivid picture of Hong Kong's cultural and economic resilience, illustrating how tradition and modernity intertwine in everyday life. The nostalgic stories of dim sum carts evoke a sense of community and continuity, even as economic pressures threaten to erode these customs. Meanwhile, the bustling IPO market exemplifies Hong Kong's adaptability and strategic foresight, transforming challenges posed by U.S.-China tensions into opportunities for growth and innovation. Both narratives reflect a city that cherishes its cultural roots while navigating the complexities of a rapidly changing global landscape, showcasing Hong Kong's unique ability to preserve its identity amid relentless change. South China Morning Post highlights the Asian University Basketball League's ambitious efforts to emulate the excitement and cultural appeal of March Madness in the United States. The league's chief executive, Jay Jean Tian, emphasizes transforming college basketball into a captivating sportainment experience, focusing on vibrant visuals, music, and lively atmospheres to draw families and the broader society into the sport. Drawing from his extensive experience with the NBA and Chinese Basketball Association, Li envisions a cultural phenomenon that celebrates college sports beyond university boundaries, positioning players as positive role models and fostering a collective societal celebration. Recognizing China's pivotal role, the league features Chinese universities like Tsinghua and Peking University, asserting that without Chinese participation, the product would lack authenticity and market relevance. The league's partnership with prominent foundations, including Zhou Tsai and Yao Ming, underscores its aspiration to elevate Asian college basketball into a major sporting and cultural event, culminating in a final where notable figures are expected to attend and celebrate this burgeoning basketball culture. SCMP opinion sheds light on Hong Kong's labor market struggles, especially the recent rise in unemployment to a 33-month high of 3.7%. While external economic uncertainties and AI development contribute to this trend, a significant challenge lies in the mismatch between available jobs and local workers' preferences or qualifications. The city faces a shortage of skilled talent for high-end positions and a reluctance among local job seekers to accept low-end roles in sectors like catering and retail, which are increasingly relying on imported labor. The government's efforts to regulate and improve the hiring process, including stricter local recruitment efforts and face-to-face matching, aim to address these disparities. However, the underlying issue persists: a disconnect between the types of jobs available and the skills or interests of the local workforce. This mismatch hampers economic recovery, especially in sectors like catering, which are vital for employment but struggle to attract local talent, emphasizing the need for comprehensive strategies to align labor supply with market demands. Finally, SCMP opinion discusses Hong Kong's ongoing challenge of providing adequate sporting facilities, highlighted by the recent hosting of the Saudi Super Cup featuring Cristiano Ronaldo. The event drew massive crowds and boosted the city's reputation as a sports hub, yet it exposed critical deficiencies in local infrastructure, particularly the shortage of training facilities for domestic teams. The last-minute cancellations of training sessions for local clubs, including prominent teams like Eastern and Kitchi, reveal systemic issues rooted in limited land and shared resources. The article advocates for strategic planning and investment in dedicated sports facilities to support Hong Kong's aspirations to host more international sporting events without disrupting local teams' preparations. As the city develops its sporting prowess, ensuring accessible, well-maintained venues will be essential to fostering a thriving sports culture and accommodating the needs of both local athletes and visiting teams. The South China Morning Post vividly illustrates Hong Kong's thriving cultural and culinary scene, highlighting a series of captivating events and seasonal delights. On August 26, the Hong Kong City Hall will host the new Hong Kong Philharmonia's Baroque Chamber Orchestra, featuring Italian violinist Domenico Nordio, whose mastery promises an immersive journey through Vivaldi's fiery virtuosity and Bach's intricate harmonies. Meanwhile, food enthusiasts are drawn to Man Ho's new seasonal menu showcasing Yunnan's wild mushrooms, with the Mushroom Consommé Symphony offering a tantalizing trio of mushroom soups in hot and jellied forms, crafted by renowned chefs. For those seeking relaxation, the Mondrian Hotel's harbor-facing cocktail bar introduces inventive drinks like the ginger pudding, blending ginger vodka with creamy textures, and the Mum's Tea, a sophisticated mix of Fino sherry and chrysanthemum vermouth. The city's lively entertainment scene continues with a stand-up comedy night at the Hive Sai Kung, promising an evening of laughter with mentalist Stuart Palm's mind-reading act and social commentary from comedians Jason Strickland and Chris Musney, emphasizing Hong Kong's vibrant blend of arts, cuisine, and humor. The South China Morning Post also captures the vibrant trend of high jewelry inspired by nature's bounty, transforming summer's produce into dazzling adornments. Annabella Chan's Fruit Gems collection, part of her Waste to Wonder project, vividly employs pigments extracted from real fruits like dragon fruit, blueberries, and melons to craft jewelry that celebrates the colorful spectrum of nature. This collection exemplifies sustainable luxury, upcycling materials like aluminum cans into vibrant gemstones. Meanwhile, Malerio draws inspiration from Marie Antoinette's pineapple tapestry at Versailles, translating its rich textures into exquisite jewelry made with bright stones such as rubellite and aquamarine, echoing the opulence of the French court. CC Jewelry adds a playful touch with its For the Love of Fruits series, featuring pendants modeled after pears, cherries, figs, and lemons, crafted from yellow gold, diamonds, and enamel. These pieces exemplify how contemporary jewelers blend artistry with sustainability, turning produce into wearable art that celebrates both nature and craftsmanship. Finally, the article emphasizes Hong Kong's pivotal role in shaping climate resilience within the Greater Bay Area, a powerhouse of over 86 million people and a $2 trillion economy. As climate risks intensify, the region's interconnected infrastructure and shared ecosystems demand a coordinated response. The development of a cross-border early warning platform, akin to the EU's Copernicus system, could revolutionize disaster preparedness by pooling meteorological and oceanographic data for real-time alerts, safeguarding vital ports, airports, and transport corridors. Resilience investments in flood-resistant infrastructure, eco-friendly coastal defenses, and the integration of mangroves and wetlands could bolster natural buffers while supporting biodiversity and fisheries. Hong Kong's expertise in green finance positions it to lead the creation of resilience-linked bonds and a dedicated climate innovation fund, channeling capital into innovative solutions like AI flood forecasting and floating solar farms. Public engagement through community programs and cross-border collaborations will be essential, transforming resilience into a regional growth strategy that not only mitigates risks but also attracts global investment, positioning the Greater Bay Area as a model for climate-smart development and sustainable prosperity. South China Morning Post highlights a historic milestone for Hong Kong tennis as 21-year-old Coleman Wong Chuk Lam shatters records by becoming the first local player in the modern era to reach the main draw of the US Open. His victory over Britain's Billy Harris in straight sets not only signifies a personal triumph but also rekindles hope for Hong Kong's tennis legacy, which has been dormant since the 1950s. Wong's previous success in the U.S. Boys Doubles Championship in 2021 adds a layer of familiarity and confidence, fueling his ambition to face top-ranked opponents like Jack Draper or Andrei Rublev in the upcoming tournament. His emotional post-match reflection reveals a mix of disbelief and determination, emphasizing his relentless pursuit of excellence and the significance of this achievement for Hong Kong's sporting history. The Globe and Mail reports on Cenovus Energy's strategic move to acquire MEG Energy in a nearly $7 billion deal, marking a pivotal moment in Canada's oil sands industry. After rejecting a hostile takeover from Strathcona Resources, MEG Energy agreed to a friendly takeover by Cenovus, which offers a combination of cash and stock valued at $27.25 per share. This union would position Cenovus as Canada's second-largest oil sands producer, with a daily output surpassing 720,000 barrels, reinforcing its dominance in the sector. The deal is also a calculated response to Strathcona's aggressive bid, with Cenovus emphasizing the long-term value and operational synergies expected from the merger. Industry analysts note that this acquisition not only consolidates power within the Canadian oil industry but also signals Cenovus's ongoing growth strategy, reminiscent of its past multi-billion-dollar acquisitions that have significantly expanded its production capacity. Canada's stance on press freedom in the Middle East is covered by the Toronto Star, which details the nation's recent participation in a multi-country coalition demanding Israel lift restrictions on foreign journalists entering Gaza and ensure the safety of local media personnel. Although Canada was initially absent from the statement, it ultimately joined the call following media coverage and diplomatic discussions. This move underscores Canada's commitment to media freedom amidst ongoing conflicts, especially after the tragic killing of journalist Anas al-Sharif by Israeli forces. The coalition's appeal emphasizes the importance of independent journalism for international accountability and transparency, positioning Canada as a defender of press rights in a turbulent geopolitical landscape. This stance aligns with Canada's broader efforts to advocate for human rights and media protection in conflict zones, reflecting its ongoing engagement in global issues of press freedom and safety. South China Morning Post vividly reports on the scandal at a CK Asset Holdings residential project in Hong Kong, where authorities launched 205 prosecutions against 6 individuals and 2 companies for substandard steel reinforcement work. The investigation uncovered a web of corruption involving illicit bribes, ranging from cash-filled red envelopes to lavish meals and nightclub entertainment, paid by subcontractors to site supervisors, in exchange for lax oversight that allowed deviations from approved construction plans. These deviations included thinner, missing, or loosely arranged rebar, with some displacements as large as 530 mm, compromising structural integrity. Despite the halted construction and remedial efforts such as local strengthening and partial demolitions, officials confirmed that the overall safety of the buildings was not compromised, though the scandal highlighted serious lapses in oversight and integrity within Hong Kong's construction industry. The South China Morning Post also details the Hong Kong government's aggressive move to deregister opposition groups, including the prominent student organization Scholarism and the political party People Power, as part of a broader crackdown on dissent. Notices published by authorities threaten to remove these groups from the official society's register unless they can prove their continued existence within 3 months. Scholarism, once instrumental in the 2012 anti-national education protests, had already dissolved in 2016, transforming into the pro-autonomy Demosisto before disbanding following Beijing's imposition of the national security law in 2020. Similarly, People Power, known for its radical tactics and legislative filibusters, has become inactive amid internal rifts and political pressure, exemplifying the tightening grip of Beijing's security apparatus on Hong Kong's civil society and opposition movements. Beijing's foreign ministry sharply criticizes the United States over the treatment of Chinese students at U.S. borders, alleging discriminatory practices that involve prolonged detention and interrogation in small, dark rooms, sometimes exceeding 70 hours. Mao Ning condemned these actions as violations of Chinese citizens' rights and a disruption to people-to-people exchanges, citing specific cases of visa cancellations and detentions unrelated to travel purposes. China has repeatedly protested U.S. policies, accusing Washington of politicizing academic research and using national security as a pretext to restrict Chinese students, especially those in STEM fields. Since 2021, over 5,000 Chinese scholars and students have faced visa denials or deportations, with the U.S. increasing scrutiny and restrictions under different administrations, including the Trump-era's targeted visa limitations and the Biden administration's intensified vetting processes, fueling tensions over academic freedom and diplomatic relations. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. we encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of Six Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the Six Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize Six Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, sixdobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive Six Do Brief via email.
Great dragon rakes ancient streets, leading change with modern beats. Cities rise and towers peak, new dawn breaking, bold and sleek. From the Great Wall to Shanghai, progress moves as kites fly high. Tech and trade, it's all in play, future shines brighter every day. Great dragon roars, change the cars, marching strong with mighty force. Whoa. New era, new wave, fast-paced day, history made in full display. Politicians make their plea, voices blend in harmony. Policies for growth and peace, ambitions never cease. Dreams of silk and digital, bridging gaps from old to new. Fortunes build and bonds renew, nations strengthen, bold review. Traditions hold, but minds explore. East meets west and knowledge door. Complex world they navigate, China's power demonstrates. From the Great Wall to Shanghai, progress moves as kites fly high. Tech and trade, it's all the play, future shines brighter every day. Great dragon roars, change the course, marching strong with mighty force. New era, new way, fast-paced day, history made in bold display. Politicians make their plea, voices blend in harmony. Policies for growth and peace, ambitions their growth and peace. New era, new way, fast-paced day, history made in bold display. History made in bold display. Politicians make their plea, voices blend in harmony. Policies for growth and peace, ambitions never cease. Dreams of silk and digital, bridging gaps from old to new. Fortunes build and bonds renew, nations strengthen, bold review. Traditions hold, but minds explore. East meets west at knowledge door. Complex world they navigate, China's power never cease. Dreams of silk and digital, bridging gaps from old to new. Fortunes build and bonds renew, nations strengthen, bold review. Traditions hold, but minds explore. East meets west at knowledge door. Complex world